आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
The question here is, Melanie puts $1,100 in an investment account that she expects will make 5% interest for each 3-month period. However, after a year, she realizes she was wrong about the interest rates and she has $50 less than she expected. Assuming the interest rate the account earns is constant, which of the following equations expresses the total money X she will have after T years using the actual rate, right? So first of all, she assumed the rate of 5% and then found out it was the wrong rate, and compared to the presumed weight or the assumed rate, which was 5%, the actual rate got her $50 less, right, after a year. So first of all, we'll assume that it is 5% and find out how much she will earn in a year. So the total amount will be X after a year, right? So we already have to make an equation for X. So after a year, now the interest she was earning was for a 3-month period, right? 5% interest for each 3-month period. So there is a total of 4 sets of 3 months, total of 12 months, which means 4 sets of 3 months in a year, right? So if T represents the number of years, then she will earn 1100, which is the principal amount, times 1, which is this is just the principal amount, plus 1100 again, times the rate of interest, which is 5% according to her in the beginning, time to the power of 4t. So t is the number of years, and every year there are 4 sets of 3 months. So each 3 months she gets interest, right? So there are a total of 4 times t sets of 3 months in t years, right? So this becomes the equation. Again, now we take 1100 common and we have 1100 times 1 plus 5 by 100 to the power of 4t. Simplifying this, we have 1100 times 105 by 100 to the power of 4t, or we have 1100 times 1.05 times to the power of 4t. So this was the assumed rate, 5%, right? The actual rate is something else. So this is X assumed, or XA, right, or AS assumed, and then we have to find out XAC, which is actual. So actual rate is, let's say actual rate was R, right? So it would have been 1100, 1 plus R by 100 to the power of 40. Now we don't know what R is, but we do know that after 1 year XAS minus XAC was 50. So after 1 year, which means after t equals 1 in both these equations. So XAS for t equals 1 is 1100 times 105 by 100, or 1.05. So 1100 times 1.05 to the power of 4. Since t is 1, so to the power of 4. So this value turns out to be 1337.06, right? So we can ignore the 0.06 and we'll just have 1337, right? So this is the amount that she thought she would have had, or the assumed value. So the interest she got was, so interest assumed, right? So the AS, the assumed interest was 1337 minus the principal amount 1100, which becomes $237, right? So she assumed she would have gotten this much interest after 1 year. The actual interest she got was XAC for t equals 1, which is 1100 times 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 4, right? And whatever this was $50 less than this. So $50 less than this is 187. So $50 less than the total amount, so which is 1337 minus 50, which is 1287. So she actually got this amount, right? Now from this equation we can find out the value of r. So first, so we have this equation 1100 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 4 equals 1287. So what we'll do here is we'll send 1100 to the other side, so we'll divide both sides by 1100. So we have 1 plus r by 100 to the power of 4, and this value here comes out to be 1.17, right? So we can take the fourth root on both sides. So we have 1 plus r by 100 on the left hand side, and we have the fourth root of 1.17 on the right hand side, right? Which comes out to be, on the left hand side we have 1 plus r by 100, on the right hand side we have 1.04, right? So now we can subtract 1 from both sides. So we have r by 100 on the left hand side and 0.4 on the right hand side, which means, so I'll write it down here. What all of this means is the rate of interest, the actual rate of interest was, so actual ROI is 4%, or this is 0.04, right? So the actual rate of interest was 4%. So now the final equation for XAC would be, so X actual, which is X, which is given in the question, is 1100 times 1 plus r by 100, which is 1 plus 4 by 100 to the power of 40, which is 1100 times 1.04 to the power of 40. So this here is the equation which gives us the value of X, or the total amount she would earn after t years, right? Comparing with the options, we see option A is correct.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।